Hi, everyone.
Hey!
Welcome to the White Hatter YouTube live show.
Hey, did you wash your hands?
I did wash my hands
I washed
today.
my hands too.
Yes.
I washed my hands.
Very important stuff.
Yeah, definitely is. Busy week this week.
Yeah, we've done a lot of cool things this week.
It seems like before this coronavirus, COVID-19 thing hit, we were busy, but I think we're like busier now that we're self-isolating at home and doing
we
stuff,
need
right?
things to do.
Yeah, but we're finding things to do, which is kind of cool, right? We're going to talk about some of those things, but got a kind of a cool show I see today. I mean,
Yes.
a lot of, I think we're going to do a lot of shout outs to people who are doing some really cool things to help people manage what's going on with regards to this pandemic that's going on, right?
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
So let's get into it. Let's talk about some updates.
Let's give a shout out to those people who are following us right now. I think we had a number of people who are following us right now or online, right, Candace? Hey, everybody who's signing up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Yes. Also, we're trying our best to reach the 1,000 mark.
Did
Please
you notice
help.
what's beside Peppa? Look,
Clorox wipes?
Peppa's got some Clorox wipes beside her. And I think just over your shoulder, over here, if you look, move your shoulder, bend down, look. There's Trolga, and she's guarding Purex toilet paper right now. So, yeah, pretty good.
It's also a giveaway show, and doing things a little different this week. At the end of the show, we're going to draw a name from someone who's been in the chat. Mm-hmm. Our goal on YouTube right now is to reach 1,000 subscribers, because we can do a lot of cool things once we reach that march. Candace will do a happy dance on either YouTube or TikTok or Instagram if we can reach 1,000 subscribers. So please.
If anybody has ever seen her dance, it's worth it. It's worth it! Anyways.
So if you have not subscribed yet, please help us a lot.
Yeah, watching Candace dance is not on, right? They
she
call
can
her
sing,
they call her
dance.
the tornado for a reason, right?
It's called Hurricane Candace. Her nickname's Hurricane Candace.
Hurricane Candace, yeah.
Anyways.
For those of you who weren't watching our Instagram live feed just before this, I mean, she was bumping into things and moving things. We have to fix the camera. It's like, oh my God, here comes Hurricane.
Thanks for joining us in the chat, everyone. Thank you, Lois, Rolando, Prona Plant, Life of Potterhead, Angelica, JD121212. You still got your mug.
JD121212! Woo!
Thank you all of us for joining us in the chat. We'll pull names at the end.
He made me the bug. Right, so pretty cool.
You just have to comment once in the chat and you enter. It's a new thing we're doing. We're going to try it out, but we're doing the best we can. So enjoy the show.
Let's do our shtick.
First update.
Here we go.
Thursday, we did a special live event.
I'm excited about this.
And we had formally announced our app.
Yes.
So now, last year, we did a pilot test beta.
Yeah, it was a beta app. It was web-based, so you had to download it from a web page. It took 3 or 4 steps to download it on the phone.
Now it's all integrated into the App Store.
Yeah.
Apple App Store, Android, Google Play Store, it's all there. The link is actually in the description here on YouTube. Click the link, sends you straight to a website to download the app directly.
And it's free.
It's free.
It's free. It costs you nothing, right? And just a ton of resources for young people and even adults as well, if needed, especially like school counselors and stuff. But teens, just a ton of stuff there. Download it. It's free. Put it on your iPhone. Put it on your Android. It's in the Apple Store. It's in the Google Store. Look for it. Download it. And when they search it, search The White Hatter, right?
Yeah.
The White Hatter, and you'll find it.
Asher Smith, are you guys talking about 3D printed ventilator parts?
Yes,
we will be
we
talking
are.
We're
going to be talking about those.
3D printer stuff on the show.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
That's exciting.
What else we got going on?
Lois, I mean, my mom.
I made my mom postpone her dog walk for this.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
Hold on. How about if I be the dog? I'll be the bulldog. Anyways, here we go.
Bulldogs walking?
Yeah, well, bulldogs walk. They don't walk very far, but at least they walk.
Not very
what do you call
well.
a dog with no legs? Anything you want, because it still won't come. Get it? No legs. Anyways, back on topic.
All right.
I know. What else? What else?
Thank you for those of you who joined us
had a good
on
time on this one.
Thursday on our special live shows we did. We're probably doing more, probably in the near future.
Yeah. How many in total did we have there? Like 300 and some odd, or what was it? Like, do you
We had a
remember?
total of 340-ish people on
Pretty cool.
Thursday watch us live.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Thank you to all of you who joined us live.
We're going to be doing another one this Thursday. I'm just going to be hooking up with the individual that hopefully we're going to do a Skype thing with one another, and we'll look, it'll be pretty cool.
Prona Plant, can you read my Peppa story on your IG live tomorrow? I sent you. Yeah, we'll take a look at it, and we'll plan. If it's good enough, if it's like clean enough, then yeah, we'll read it tomorrow.
Asher Smith, tell Brandon to go into IG DMS and check it.
We'll after the show.
Yeah, we'll do that after.
Thank you so much.
What else we got going?
Some of you may have seen this, some of you may have not. YouTube on Tuesday, we all played charades here live on the channel.
Look at Candace in the lower corner there. If you go to the full screen, there she is right there. She looks like Heidi off of The Sound of Music right there. The hills are alive with the sound of music. La 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 la.
We're playing more games this week, so check
Yes.
us out on that.
Yeah.
Monday was fun.
Yep.
Monday on Instagram, it was Munchies Monday, and we're doing it again next week, and we'll talk about that here in a bit. But we had ice cream at 10 o'clock in the morning.
You guys made ice cream.
That's Beth. She's the company CEO, my mom, and your wife.
Is she?
I know.
Is she still married to me?
Last I checked.
Poor woman. Poor woman. Poor woman. And tomorrow. You guys going to make tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow is Munchies Monday cookies.
Cookies.
We're gonna make, and they're gonna be at 2 o'clock this week, Pacific time.
Okay.
So later. So cookies and
What kind of cookies?
chocolate chip cookies.
Woohoo! Chocolate chip cookies.
Tuesday, we're gonna be playing Concept, which is kind of like charades, but a board game version of that. Here in the studio, live on YouTube.
2 p.m.
Top-down view. Tune in for that. We'll be the judge of that. We spin a wheel.
That's the wheel. That's the wheel that I designed, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll be the judge of that. You know which one I hope it hits on? I hope it hits on your fridge, because if it goes to your fridge, you guys are going to talk about all the food that is in your fridge. I think that'll be hilarious.
And ice cream.
If it hits it, right?
Thinkable Thursdays, to be determined, to be a topic of learning interest.
That's where I'm hoping to connect with one of my colleagues, hopefully from Ireland. I'm not going to let you know what his name is yet, and because I love Irish accents. Right? Candace will love it.
Too.
She'll kind of melt in the chair as this guy's talking.
Feel Good Fridays, we do something relaxing. Last time we played video games.
But,
So this feels good.
yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah, and then Sundays are our live shows. So tune in this week to our shows.
And the boomer doesn't really participate in those ones.
Yeah, you participate a bit in Munchie Mondays.
The Munchie Mondays and the Thursdays,
Tabletop Tuesdays.
but all the other things you kind of
You
let
play
this.
Tabletop Tuesdays.
Oh, okay, whatever.
You're involved
This
decent amount.
this dripping boomer's feeling a little left out, but that's okay.
Hey, we have teamed up with High Tech U here in Greater
this is a
Victoria.
cool one. Yeah.
They have, shout out to Andrew from High Tech U organizing all this. They are doing a web sort of lecture series called TechBytes. It's both an E.
For free.
For free.
For free.
It is on Periscope and Twitch. We're excited for it. It's episode 2. They did the first one last week, April 1st. No jokes. At 2 p.m. Pacific time. And we look forward to having a lot of fun with High Tech U speaking to their audience.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool, right? It's nice to partner up with a fellow Greater Victorian who kind of works with youth in the digital field, right? Which is kind of cool.
One of our partners in the safety industry, Kinzua, we just want to give a shout out to them.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great messaging app for families who want to have a secure and scaffolded and private way to message one another. So it's just a really cool, and it's free right now. You can download both on the Android store and to the Apple store. It's just a really good way for families and friends to stay connected with one another in a safe and secure way. So why not download it? Big shout out to Kinzua. They do a good job. It's one of the apps that we recommend to families right now.
Lois Lobster, while I'm listening, I'm going to make a castle in Minecraft for Candace. Hey, Castle Candace. That's a callback to last night's Instagram Live playing on YouTube. Asher Smith, Harry Potter, Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones.
Rolando Babadilla. I shall join you guys on Munchie Monday by making my own.
Oh.
They should do it at the same time, right? Like as you're doing it with all the ingredients, what you should do is you should put out a pre-whatever using all the ingredients that you're going to use, and so that everybody can have those ingredients with them. So as you guys are making it, they can make it with you at the same time.
Downside is all my ingredients are gluten-free.
Oh. Well, yeah, but they can just use flour, right? Like if you're using gluten-free flour, they just use real powder. So if Candace, what do you think about that? Like if you put out all the ingredients you're going to do, so people can have it, and then those people want to follow along and make the cookies while you guys make cookies at the same time.
We'll talk about it.
I think that's a good idea. Yeah. Brandon set up this timer. If you notice we're going a little faster, it's because Brandon's got this timer that counts down from 40 seconds. So every topic we're talking about, we're only supposed to talk about it for 40 seconds, which I think is maybe
Not
a
the
little
topic, but interject things into the topic.
All right. So, but as soon as it hits the 40-second mark, it goes in your ear, right? So every so often I hear it, it makes me laugh.
It's to train us.
Whatever. So what's next topic?
Let's talk about the news.
In the news.
First topic
in the
today,
news.
we're going to highlight some companies who are doing some really cool free
Yeah,
things.
you know, there's a lot of the news concentrates on all the ugly stuff that's going on with COVID-19 right now. But I also think it's important for us to concentrate on all the cool things that are going on right now.
Some more, and we did that on our last YouTube show, which is here on Instagram. YouTube. I get mixed up all the time.
Nope.
Here on YouTube.
Yeah, so here we go. So this one's kind of exciting to me because I've been thinking about taking guitar lessons, and I see that Fender is now offering free guitar lessons.
Yeah, online, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
They put an email in, get a code, and you get access. Kind of cool.
The only thing is I don't have a guitar.
Get the guitar.
Get the one on the iPhone or on my iPod.
Get the app.
Good one. What else we got going on? No, we're not going to use ukulele,
Candace.
Oh, God. That's enough from you, Hurricane.
Hurricane.
It sounds like a boxer, right? Boxers got names like hurricanes.
Sure.
Anyways, back
Roku.
On Roku. What's Roku?
Giving away 30 days of
Is that
premium.
like IQ?
No.
What's Roku? Just in case people don't know.
Okay, Roku. It's like a streaming box, like an Apple TV.
Ah, there you go.
But it's a streaming box.
Some people may not have known that. There's some boomers watching.
We
this
have a
probably.
Roku here in the studio.
Yeah. So.
And they're offering 30 days of premium for free.
Really?
Kind of cool.
So what can you stream on there? Like movies and stuff?
Movies and some TV channels.
That's pretty cool.
Not like a huge list like other premium services, but I mean, hey, why not?
Why
Kinda
not?
cool.
It's free. If you don't have it, why not try it? Pretty cool. What else we got going?
Closer to home. Local story. TELUS, which is local to where we are. TELUS is waiving internet fees for low-income families during this crisis.
This is so important. You know, I actually did a tweet today on this very issue. I said, you know, can you imagine what it would be like if we didn't have technology to stay connected with one another during these lockdowns that we're all involved in right now, right? Well, it's in fact happening to families that come from lower socioeconomic backgrounds who have financial barriers put in place that don't allow them to access. So this is a tip of our white hat to TELUS for doing this, right? For making the internet available for free. And if people go to their site, there's ways that you apply to get it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So big shout out, right? Big shout out to TELUS for doing that. I think that's doing something that's really, really, really pro community. So good on you guys.
It's great.
Right? Good on you guys.
Product Plant sent us an email with their story.
Rolando Babadilla, I can ship you an electric guitar. Trust me, don't do that. My wife will kill me and she'll kill you, right? Don't.
Hey, I live under you.
Yeah, that's true.
That will annoy us.
Hold on. Life of Potterhead. Darren is already a cool drippin' boomer. Oh yeah!
No. Why did you say that? Okay.
Because it's true.
All right.
It's true.
Next,
I'm a boomer, but I'm a drippin' boomer.
Next story?
Next story.
Ooh. We have... Next story is a school district in South Carolina. They're using their Wi-Fi enabled buses, and what they plan to do is drop and park these buses in areas where students need access to internet if we don't have it.
So it's almost like creating a mesh network.
Yeah, kind of school buses that they park. And you can...
And that's pretty cool. I mean, I've been to a couple of counties in Washington State teaching right now, or before this thing happened, what we're dealing with right now. But there's school buses, because some of the kids were on the buses for like an hour to get to school.
In some places,
so, yeah. So a lot of these school buses have built Wi-Fi into the buses, so as the kids are traveling to or from in school, they can still access and do homework on their buses. So what a great idea. Not only are school districts using buses as that, but they're also now using buses to also deliver food to families who need the food. Because a lot of schools in the United States, especially, the kids are fed on grants for breakfast, lunch, and dinners. And now that school's closed, there's no way to do that. So school districts are utilizing buses to deliver food to districts. Like, how cool is that, right? I love the idea of using them as mobile, like basically Wi-Fi networks.
I know, right?
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I like that idea.
That's a pretty cool
Not
idea.
really a tech thing, but kind of something that...
Well, it is kind of tech when you think about it. Whoever thought that we would have mobile Wi-Fi on a school bus, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, but Candace just said, it's like the magic school bus. Right? Yeah. Candace just said, that's my kind of magic school bus.
Next topic.
What else?
This one's definitely not a tech topic, but I mean, we want to talk about it because it just feels good.
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme donuts.
Oh, what is that? What are they doing?
From their tweet and their public announcement here, healthcare workers on Mondays for National Doctors Day, they're giving away free donuts.
I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor. Free donuts? I'm an ex-cop. Donuts are like vitamins to us. And Krispy Kremes, oh my God, every time we go over to Vancouver, because there's one Krispy Kreme store there, it's the only one in Vancouver, and we drive up, and usually we'll get 6 donuts, and Mom wants the ones that are fresh out of the fire. And I know
I remember those.
I know you can't eat those because you're a celiac, right? But oh my God, you take a bite and they like melt in your mouth. But big shout out to Krispy Kremes for doing that for our medical first responders, right? Frontline workers. It's a really good way because they are working double, triple overtime. And you know what? It is amazing to see how many of them are putting their lives in jeopardy right now, right? Because a lot of them don't have the PPE, personal protection equipment, especially in the United States. Not so much here in Canada yet. But, you know, they themselves are placing themselves in harm's way. In fact, there's a lot of medical community now, doctors, nurses, respiratory therapists. And big shout out to the janitorial staff that are working these hospitals and cleaning them and stuff. But they're having to self-isolate themselves when they go home so that they don't maybe give it to their families. So they're doing so much for all of us. And it's going to get busier. And the reality is it's going to get a little bit more uglier over time, what's going on in these hospitals. So good on Krispy Kremes as a corporate entity for doing what it is you're doing there.
Well, there are people here in Canada who want to protect the infrastructure of hospitals, which basically, so SecDev, which is like a cybersecurity company, they are building kind of a volunteer cyber defense brigade, they're calling it.
So it's like Donald Trump's Space Force. But it's actually something that's real, like the Canadian Cyber Civil Defense Force.
Wait, now hold on. I saw an article the other day about the Space Force is actually launching a satellite sometime soon.
Oh, whatever.
Anyways.
Every time I think of that, I think of the movie Spaceballs, right? Because of, anyways.
Okay, so cyber defense.
Great movie. I don't know if have you ever seen Spaceballs?
Yes, I've seen Spaceballs.
It's a good movie.
Basically, if you watched those shows last year, you probably heard stories of how hospitals have gotten in issues because their cybersecurity wasn't up to standards. And during this crisis, we want to make sure their security is great. So this brigade of volunteers is going to basically go around and, help in secure hospitals.
Kind of cool.
Kind of also cool here is COVID-19 Global Hackathon.
Yeah, this is a good one. I like this one. This is where people in industry that are in tech industry are getting together to figure out ways and to crowdsource. How can we in industry help make things to help frontline medical hospitals get through this? So they're, it's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
Like they're coming together and sharing plans, open source, how to make ventilators, how to make valves, how to make masks, all kinds of cool
This
stuff.
one's a software-based hackathon, and basically it's built for COVID-19. And what it is they've teamed up with companies from around the world, including the World Health Organization and Chan Zuckerberg of BioHub and all that stuff, to basically build breakthrough software solutions that can solve challenges in today's world.
Did you see how MIT, they just announced where a bunch of their students, they developed this robotics machine where you can take an ambu bag. An ambu bag is what you see ambulance people use where they intubate on scene and then you push it yourself to breathe. And right now in hospitals, ventilators are becoming very rare. So they're having to use ambu bags. So they've developed technology, robotic technology now that it actually squeezes itself. So you don't need a person squeezing. So it's like an emergency ventilator. So, which is kind of cool. So that, worst case scenario, if you have no more ventilators and you have something like, then why not? And it only costs, they said it maybe $100 to develop. And that's something that, right now, like Ford and some of the bigger companies can easily turn to making. Like, why get these big companies? This makes no sense to me. Why get these big companies who build cars to build ventilators? Because that's not what they're expert. Let the ventilator companies move into full speed ahead and do it. Have these other companies, the big ones like Ford and others, build these other things like that's what they have the ability to do and just go into overdrive. Yeah. But it is so cool to see the ingenuity of young people and how they're using technology to help overcome some of the challenges faced right now. Pretty
Orlando, cool. Hackathon question mark. Yeah, interesting word, hackathon. So basically, hackathons use the word hacking in the broadest term. Many people think hacking is just like, I'm going to break a computer code. No. But in reality is hacking can even be taking my phone, taking it apart, and upgrading it. That is also hacking.
Or getting a bunch of people together to figure out where somebody who's wanted on a warrant who can't be found for years, maybe finding them.
Hackathons are pretty much using creativity, ingenuity to think outside the box to find solutions. And that's kind of what they're all about. So with competition, there's often prizes and competition involved. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, for
sure. So those are hackathons.
Yeah.
We talked about this on the last show, but more and more hospitals are being donated and using 3D printers or people are making products in their 3D printers for personal protection equipment.
Yeah, a good example, there's a robotics company in Ontario right now, and I think it was in Toronto, who are now using all their 3D printers to make face shields for space responders. Bauer, which is the hockey company, they've now moved from building hockey masks into building full spit shields for frontline workers.
I guess that's an easy conversion.
It is,
right?
when
Like
you
a
think
hockey
about it,
mask
right?
making a shield.
Right, it's kind of cool, right? And there's other companies out there now that are developing like components needed on respirators.
That's kind of cool.
Right, kind of cool.
Some industry influencers have. Did your microphone drop?
Here it is. I got
His
it.
microphone dropped.
I got it.
Elon Musk donating hundreds of ventilators to New York, which are very much needed in that state, which is fantastic. Some ingenuity from people here in Canada. Here's an individual in Ontario who kind of designed a ventilator in a box cheap solution that could potentially help people if there are absolutely no ventilators left to use.
And that's the issue, right? The issue here is, you know, is this prime to use? No, but if you have nothing else and you need to help somebody breathe, then why not use something like this in those dire circumstances, right?
Better than nothing.
It's thinking don't think outside of the box. Blow the bloody box up and let's get asymmetrical in dealing with stuff. And it's
Blow the box up.
Blow the box up, right?
I like that.
Well, I hear people saying think outside of the box. Well, with what's going on, we got to blow the box up and think asymmetrically on how to deal with things. What?
There is no spoon.
There is no spoon?
Matrix.
I know. Do you want the blue pill or the red pill? I got it. Right? So, what else?
Some people trying to protect people by wasting the time of scammers. This is a Twitch streamer. And basically what they, Kip Borga, and what they do is generally they kind of expose scammers on their Twitch screen live. They have like a voice modulator and whatnot. And they've been focusing their Twitch streams against COVID scammers.
Yeah, you know what? I'm usually not a big proponent of social embarrassing people online. However, when it comes to these people who are using this pandemic to financially benefit one another or to hurt others, they need to be socially identified and embarrassed online, right? Because that's just not on. And so for those people who are doing it, they need to be aware that there are groups and people out there like this who will identify you and socially shame you. And again, I'm not big into social shaming. I'm not. In fact, I discourage it. But in these types of situations where people are doing some of these things, you know, like hoarding toilet paper or, you know, a Lysol wipe that cost you $5 and now they're selling it for $40, they need to be called out. Oh, you just got me going again. Yeah. I know. Yeah. What else?
I mean, one of his latest ones, he was talking to a scammer who was saying that essentially was selling essential oils, and they were saying it can cure COVID.
Yeah. That's just not on, right?
I know.
And when people are desperate, they will spend whatever it takes in the hopes that it's going to keep them alive. And this is what these predatory toads, these gnats, are depending upon, right? And anyways.
Lois Lobster, loving this live so far. It can be hard to find good news out there, so thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, Lois, for the kind words.
JDJJ12. There it is. There's his cup right there. Follow him on IG. I love watching those live streams that expose scammers. Me too.
Yeah, it's better you waste their time than them spending their time actually targeting someone who could be impacted.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. What else we got going?
We got some interesting news. As more people are working from home, do take precautions, security precautions, because speaking of scammers and now looking at hackers as well, during these times, there are some people who may take advantage of vulnerable situations. So if you have old routers at home, please make sure they're updated, they are secure, and if it's a really old router, like that one there, you may just need a new router.
And we've kind of written an article on, for those people who are working at home, some basic things you can do, a checklist as to things you can do to help protect yourself. And we're hoping that that'll be out today or tomorrow.
Today or tomorrow, yeah.
On our blog, and we'll make sure that when it's released, that Candace will push that out all to our social media. So for any educators, teachers that are watching right now, or anybody who's working at home, make sure you have a look at that article and just make sure you check all the boxes to make things a little bit more safe, secure, and more private, right? Yeah. So, which is really a good, which kind of brings up this next topic.
So Zoom is becoming really popular, given everyone's going to conferencing and whatnot. Interesting case happening. So our research company, cybersecurity company, was looking at the Zoom iOS app, and what they determined was, even if you have a Zoom account or not, downloading the app and using Zoom, device information was being sent to Facebook using Facebook's API and beacon sort of pixel codes, with an account or not. It was brought to their attention, and they publicly said, this is not their intention,
right,
and they're looking to fix this. And you said you've seen something.
I just saw a message from them saying that they've now removed that piece of code. But I mean, you know, Zoom has become very popular now because of what's going on. But you know, it has its issues, much like anyone. But one of the things that we did is we've been using Blue Jeans now for about a year and a half, almost 2 years. And one of the things that you did is you looked at Zoom, you looked at Blue Jeans. Now, why did you decide to go with Blue Jeans rather than Zoom?
Because Blue Jeans, you can connect and join conferences through a web browser. Right. You don't need to download. I don't like programs. I have to, because there's situations. Let's say I'm conversing a client, and maybe they're on a corporate computer, but they don't have permission to download programs. Yeah. That might then be a problem. So I wanted a web-based program that you could download an app or use a web browser, so there's no downloads required.
And it was safer, it was secure, it's encrypted, you know, all those kind of things, stuff, right? Yeah. So we use a product called Blue Jeans. So for educators that are out there right now who are looking for a platform, there's a variety of out there. Zoom has become quite popular, but check out Blue Jeans as well. Yeah. It has a good product. It's the one that we use when we're doing conferencing.
Another interesting thing regarding Zoom, so the EFF, which is a big, massive corporation about privacy. We talk about them a lot here on the show because we're supporters of what they do. They were looking at the permissions of Zoom, and this is important if you are working in a company and you have a Zoom account under your corporate company. Administrators of your company can still see your device information, and they can join any of your Zoom calls any moment.
That's where you can get Zoom bombed, right?
So if you're using a corporate Zoom account, or just in general, if you have a corporate video conferencing program, and then you're choosing to use that personally, and you're doing things on that personal network you shouldn't be doing, just making that clear out there, you probably don't want to use that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. A lot of really cool things going on right now. A lot of companies doing some cool things to help people navigate these very, very trying times. I mean, it's new to all of us what's going on right now. So we just wanted to give some big shout outs to some of those companies that are doing some really cool things. So what time is it now though, Brandon?
It is giveaway
Wait, hold on. Do the
again?
fireworks.
Right.
Yeah, I like the fireworks.
All right,
right?
there you
Here
go.
we go. Woohoo! Fireworks. So what do we do? How are we doing it this time?
Okay, so this time how it's happening, right now in the back, Candace is going through the chat, looking at the participants who's joined us here on the chat, and she's gonna randomly pick someone, and she's gonna tell me in the air who.
So we're gonna let Hurricane do this? We're gonna let Hurricane do this?
It'll be random.
Oh my God. You know, I hope when she's doing this that she doesn't because she's probably doing this right now and her hands are flying. Right now you're gonna go back in your office and it'll look like a hurricane hit. I'm just saying. Okay, come on, Candace, go for it. Do the random. She's doing the random thing. Her eyes are closed. Ready? Come on, do it.
All right.
And the winner is Candace?
Rolando!
Rolando is the winner.
Thank you, Rolando.
What's he getting?
Rolando, you are getting white hat, a wristband, stickers, and pens.
Oh, wow, cool. Maybe we'll send him a piece of toilet paper too.
Just a square.
Just a square. Just
okay,
a piece of square.
We might send you a square toilet paper. Just because.
Just because.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much for joining. Rolando, reach out to us on either Instagram, Facebook, or by email, which is contact@thewhitehatter.ca. But I know you're on Instagram, so just send us a message on Instagram because we know you're there because you're a good follower of ours. And we'll arrange on how to send that to you when we can.
Yeah, for sure. Make sure you send it. So congratulations. Good show today.
Yes.
You know, good show. Good show. Good week. Good week all week, staying connected with everybody. I mean, you and Candace are doing some really funny things, to be quite honest. Watching what it is that you guys are doing online to keep people engaged, right?
Tomorrow's Munchie Mondays,
the
2 o'clock Pacific.
We're making cookies. You got to make sure you put out all the ingredients so that people can make it while you do
We'll
it.
figure that. We may or may not do that. We'll figure it out.
Big sigh. Big sigh.
Thank you everyone for joining us. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. Our goal is to reach that 1,000 mark. Thank you so much for those of you who already are subscribed. Like the video because it'll stay here on YouTube. And we'll be back on YouTube on Tuesday where we are live streaming Concept, which is like a charades board game. Live, and it'll be a top-down version as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
What was that?
Top-down camera.
That's pretty cool.
I know. We're going to do a lot of cool things.
I know. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So join us on Tuesday here on YouTube and check out Instagram. We'll announce all of our live events.
And don't forget, wash your hands. 20 seconds. Wash those hands. Wash those hands. So on behalf of myself, I'm Darren.
Brandon and Candace in the back, who's been doing in the chat. Thank you.
And Beth, who's in the house watching what we're doing right now, shaking her head, going, "What have I done?" Right? So, have a great rest of the weekend, and we look forward to chatting all week with you.
See you tomorrow on Instagram, everyone.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.